How's everybody doing today? We're back with another episode, Club 36 Podcast. Starting off with Leland over here, Quinn, Brew, and Antoine. We got a nice little lineup today. Gonna go over contenders, pretenders in the NFL, potential MVPs, overrated players in the NFL and NBA. All right, got a few in mind. I know you got one. I know it. College football playoffs. Thinking about expanding the FCS and HBCUs too. Or what movies y'all want to remake. Then we're going to come up with some conspiracy theories today. So we got an interesting lineup today. So we'll start with you, Leland. Who's your contenders and pretenders?
It's kind of tough, man. NFC, I think it's a few teams that's legit. Eagles, I think, legit.
Bro, that division alone,
I mean,
that whole division could go, shit.
Yeah, they legit, but like you say, the division, Giants surprised me this year. Washington, since Heineke been in, surprised me. Cowboys,
Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is that.
Tony Pollard, nice, but I hate to say it, but I don't see them making a deep run in the playoff.
Yeah.
If the Eagles can learn to run the ball, they legit. But I honestly like the Vikings right now, and I mean they've been balling defensively and offensively. They got a nice run game with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
got a nice receiving core. You added Hockenson to the mix from Detroit, so they legit. AFC wise, and it's up for AFC. I don't know who.
I had one, but.
Because you got Chiefs, you got Bills. Bengals can make a run. Chargers can make a run. So I can't really say AFC-wise. Right now, my favorite, I guess, is probably, Buffalo, man. I mean, if they can stay healthy, and it ain't just because they're the best team, but I feel like they're the most complete team. Offensively, good. Running backs, receiver core nice. Great quarterback. Defensively, D-line nice. Secondary wise,
like Davis came back recently, huh?
Yeah, if they can stay healthy,
and get Vaughn back too,
Buffalo be a nice little team. Kansas City defensively, they always scare me, man. They secondary is suspect.
You never know,
but you got Pat Mahomes, so anything can happen.
Who you got?
As far as the NFC, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Let's say as far as the NFC, I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna probably have to go with Minnesota too. Only because while Philly looks like they're the most dominant on both sides of the ball right now, it's just that playoff games are a little bit different because the game kind of slows down a little bit. You really have to strategize in order to get everything on point. And I feel like Minnesota, I think they have a little bit too much offensively for any other team in the NFC.
The defense is still solid too, though, because Harrison Smith is still going to be back there. Pat Peterson, he'll make plays when he needs to, but I mean,
hey, Patrick Peterson. But yeah, to me, the contender out of the NFC, I'm gonna go with Minnesota. AFC, really, to me, it's a 2-team race: Kansas City, Buffalo. I'm gonna probably, even though I'm not a fan of the Chiefs, I'll probably go with Kansas City only because they always seem to come alive at the right time. And I feel like because they kind of hide in their defense a little bit too. Like their defense is not that good, but when you can't stop their offense from scoring, it really, because their defense could give up 21 points, but then if their offense going out there scoring 40, then they're going to win the game. So, so I'm going to go contenders in the AFC. I'm going to just say Kansas City.
That was going to be my same pick because seeing that division, seeing them twice a year, I get to see a lot of L's, unfortunately, because we're going to get to Russell Wilson bitch ass in a little bit. But, but seriously, though, I do get to see KC quite often, and that dynamic between him and Kelsey, bro, like, you can't stop that.
Kelsey too.
Your linebacker too slow, safety going to be too slow. You can't. How do you match up with that?
Yeah, I'm a roll with KC. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll for sure make it to the Super Bowl. I mean, if they don't, then that's on me. But thinking about
you said, for sure?
Yeah, I think they for sure gonna go to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, Mahomes, man, look what he bringing to the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a quarterback can do what he does. It can change
from any
whole
part
game.
of the field.
You know what I mean? So, but NFC wise, I mean, I would like to see Philly go.
That Philly was going to be my pick because of the defense too. They play solid ball.
I would like to see them back in that spotlight again. But at the same time, it will also be good to see Dallas make a deep run.
I don't trust Dak, man.
But
I don't.
See the fate. But look, remember the days when Dallas used to be that team?
And
they haven't made it back since.
Exactly.
That's
This is
crazy.
a year.
We were in elementary.
Because what year was that they played? Was it Seattle for the NFC Championship to go and Tony Romo fumbled the
Nah, that wasn't a championship.
How long ago was that?
That was the first. That was the first round.
I thought it was the NFC Championship.
They can't never get past that. You know what I mean? It would be nice to see them. So if you talk pretender-wise, I guess they'll be a pretender in this case because they know they could make it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they will.
What about nobody picked Miami?
Nah.
God.
Because only reason because they clearly the fastest team in the league,
Right.
by far. But when it comes time to where teams can do bracket coverage and take away all your weapons, to where even if you dump it off to them, they can't make no plays. Then what?
Yeah.
Tua don't have the arm to go downfield. Their defense is secondary wise they're kind of solid, but front seven they kind of still suspect.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think that Miami they'll make the playoffs because they do play in a weaker division.
Yeah.
But they not. If I had to pick a team out the AFC that's a pretender, it'll be Miami.
And I was gonna say pretender out the AFC would have been, I'd say Baltimore. Nah, because they had a lot of that potential, but closing out games lately,
Well,
like those few losses they had, they've given up big leads in that second half.
Lamar
'Cause
went down
going in
today, too.
early, they were looking good, and
I
then
saw that.
I was watching that here on the way.
It's just a thing about Baltimore. Dog, they'll never
Healthy, man. Injuries be killing there.
they'll never be, in my opinion, they'll never be a contender as long as they don't give Lamar real weapons. He
Real
don't have no
receivers.
real receivers.
All he got is Mark Andrews.
He got-
and if he get hurt, that's it.
So he got some okay running backs. I still think that
But they never healthy long enough.
I still think that Pollard will be a good fit in Baltimore.
Yeah.
They need to try to make some moves to get receivers. I mean, Anderson, when Anderson got traded from was it Carolina?
Talking about Robbie? Yeah.
It's like, why not go snatch him? He's somebody who's proven that he could be a number one receiver. It's like, why not go get him? You got old sorry ass Duvernay out there. So I mean, he can't do too much. He's a return man. He's not no real receiver. So I mean, Baltimore could be a pretender too, but I'm still sticking with Miami on that one.
Gotcha.
What y'all? Y'all
That-
got no
that'll-
pretenders?
I already had mine.
You got a pretender?
Pretender out the NFC is clearly going to be Dallas because as good as they are right now, it's just
Yeah. I would say
I haven't seen enough to trust them in the playoffs or anything.
I
You
would
seen
say
what
Dallas
happened?
too.
What he done.
Dak hasn't been able to show me that he can.
He's not a well, I'm not gonna say he's not legit.
No, he a
But
good quarterback.
He's another one. He don't really have an arm strength neither. Anytime he try to throw a pass longer than 15 yards, it's a fucking duck.
He said 15 though.
I'm just saying. And then Pollard, I fuck with Pollard. He probably the only player on him and CD, the only ones on Dallas I fuck with. Zeke, overrated, fucking sucks.
God damn.
I'm telling you, dog. He had 2 good seasons. He got his bread and he ain't did shit
But
since.
we saw the Burgess of Pollard a couple of years ago though.
Yeah, but Pollard, the thing
And you
about
seen
it-
the more touches he started to get on a consistent basis, he was hella productive out the backfield and running the ball.
They said the most carries he done had since he been in the league is 14. And you see the damage he does with that. Imagine if
crazy.
you get this man 20 touches a game.
I'd probably go 20-25. He not, I don't know, anything over there probably be a bit much for him. But
Well, I feel like if he was the number one and then you got a solid backup to him, Dallas could probably do a little bit more on offense.
so you
But when
think
got
think
Zeke,
maybe move Zeke soon if
they
can?
got to. Zeke, his mind is not set on fucking football. He more worried about what his equipment look like and shit.
That stupid ass helmet, bro. I tell you.
mean, and plus that nigga ugly as fuck. So
Man,
that's another thing.
Hey, got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's called his awareness attributes drop on Madden because of that.
This nigga said.
Like nigga, I'm just saying, motherfucker look like a gremlin and shit.
All right. Who's your MVP? Because we all mentioned the same team, so I think that kind of leads up to my
Man,
answer already.
My MVP right now, I gotta go probably. I probably gotta go Tyreek, man, and like the stuff he was doing and how many yards he got in the new system, new quarterback, things like that. You got Miami, like Miami been kind of a middle of the pack type team, and now when Tua, was actually starting, they was on a nice little win streak. Then he went down with the injury. They brought in Teddy. And he making Tua look like a better quarterback also. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I'm his biggest critic. Like I was like, man, he ain't got no arm strength. And I know a lot of people at home were saying the same thing. Like Tyreek going there, man, he finna get underthrown, this, then the other. But they look good, man. I gotta go Tyreek Hill right now.
Because there's other ways of getting him the ball without having to throw it deep either.
Yeah.
All kind of schemes and stuff you can run.
Yeah, because I remember we had predicted early season MVPs before. I'm gonna still go with Mahomes for MVP. Because it's literally like some of the same reasons why you say Tyreek.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that he wouldn't be able to do too much without his scapegoat.
Yep.
And I mean, he make Juju look like a decent receiver.
He out there looking like a out of shape tight end.
Yeah, so I'm saying that I'm gonna go with Mahomes for MVP.
It's still between old boy and Buffalo. It's between Allen and Mahomes for me. Because without Josh Allen, we not talking about Buffalo. As good as their defense is, we are not talking about them. Because the leadership he brings to that team, being able to run, make any throw from anywhere. We talk about Mahomes' arm. Josh Allen has an arm. And it's damn good because that progress he made from his first few years to now.
I mean, he got a long way to go to get to my arm strength. But yeah.
Why? All right. That Brett Favre?
Man. Yeah, but I picked Mahomes as an early MVP, and I'm going to stick with him based off, again, the numbers and what he's doing with the team. He's proven that he's a legit quarterback, too.
Yeah.
Like, he'll get the job done no matter what the situation is. So he been proving himself over the years. He'll continue to get better. And what makes him more of a threat to me is that he can run. Because usually when you see people put numbers up like that, let's say like Tom Brady can't run. Mahomes can run.
Yeah.
So that's why I like he can run, but he's not going to depend on his legs all the time. So I just like quarterbacks that can play quarterback but still be able to lead the pocket when they have to and still put those numbers up.
Because
so
like you said, the threat of him running can just get you off that coverage. Just that little bit to where that ball going to go right behind
you.
I think you mentioned overrated, so we're going to go straight to you for overrated players, NFL.
Overrated player in the NFL. I mean, I can go different ways. I already talked about Zeke, so I'm going with Zeke. Zeke is overrated. He was a product of having the best offensive line in the league when he first got there. And once they started having injuries or players retire or they go to a different team, he got exposed. I mean, he don't really have, to me, he doesn't really have great intangibles as a running back. Like, he doesn't really have great footwork, cutting ability. He doesn't look explosive when he runs the ball. Like, he seems like if he did have an open lane, he would get caught, probably by a D tackle because he don't have no speed.
God damn.
And the fact, I mean, like to me, I feel like he will be a better backup than he is a starter. Because I felt the same way when he was in college. He had not even a full good season in college. You know, he had one game that made him stand out, and that was against Alabama. And then that's what got him drafted as high as he did. He didn't really show me much in college. I still think he hasn't shown much in the NFL. And I think that he's really for him to be still so young, I think that.
Because what, he's like 26, 27?
Something like that. But it's just the fact that if you, because you got some running backs that do damage with a mediocre offensive line. And he had the best offensive line. He looked decent. And then once his line got to mediocre, he looked like fucking trash. So, to me, overrated.
Man, I got to go with somebody that I didn't think was overrated till they changed teams. by the name of Russell Wilson.
Hey, you beat me to it. I hate to cut you off. That was going to be my pick too, because I'm tired of supporting that month, man. I ain't even trying to cuss today. That shit been stressful. Boy,
like, I don't,
$256 million to throw for 150 yards a game.
and that's the thing, bro. And then I've been hearing stories like, from Richard Sherman and
Marshawn.
Beast Mode talking about like his dynamic in the locker room. He feel like he kind of like untouchable or above everybody else.
Yeah.
But man, like he straight up robbed Denver, bro. Like,
I know it's a new system and everything, but dude, when healthy, you still had Sutton, Judy, and Hamlin even came back from injury.
Yeah.
Tight end from UCLA when he was healthy is solid. Ain't no way you should be throwing for 140 yards a game, man. Averaging 12, leading the offense that averages 14 points a game.
but this shit crazy because in the first half he'll be 11 for 12, 114
And
yards.
that's it for the
in
game. He'll throw for 13 yards in 2 more
Like, what
quarters.
are you doing, bro?
He ain't been the same since he got with Sierra, bro.
That's what it is. The woman.
Nigga, fat,
I'm
he's
not-
fat now too. He can't move.
I'm not gonna say it's Sierra's fault. I'm saying it's his fault.
Yeah.
Because obviously he ain't focused on what he needs to be focused on.
The books.
That's what happened when you finally start getting some kitty. Because that's what it is.
You dumb, dog.
Russell Wilson was not smashing in high school or college.
Oh my God.
But like I said, I'm definitely obviously going Russ too, because man, I defended him for so long. I always kept saying it's early. Shit, here we are. Past halfway through the season, same shit every week.
Uniforms, man.
I'm gonna stick with the Cowboys on this one. I'm either it's up for grabs with Zeke and CD. The reason I say CD is because
hold on.
I agree though.
Hold on. I'm
the reason I
hearing
say that is because we already know what he should be doing based off of who I ain't gonna say because of who he is, but what he should be doing.
Yeah,
I feel like he's overrated, man.
I agree.
It's times where he should have been dominating, and then they'll swear like he's just an all-star receiver. I feel like he's overrated, man. Like he has the potential to do what he needs to do, but he's not doing it the way I think he should be. But he's still young too. He's very young compared to.
But my thing is, I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like it's Dallas' fault because they should have never got rid of Amari. CD is a complimentary receiver. He shouldn't be a real number one.
He should be working that slot too.
Right now, he has to be that receiver.
Yeah, but
ain't
I
his
think
fault.
that's playing a part in why he doesn't look as good as he looked when Amari was still there.
That could be true, but that's how I look at it. I think that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, him and Amari, that's two different receivers too. You gotta look at that. Amari was cold, but
Well, Rouse is
yeah. But that's what I'm gonna go with them. But Zeke, I don't even want to talk about him no more. I don't. He like you said, back up. He should be a third down back, man. That's what he'll be a good third down back.
Yeah.
but too heavy now, man.
Man, fucking.
He definitely looked like he lost a step though.
That's what I think. That's what it was. Like he was
see it.
because his first, like you said, his first couple of years, he was that dude, and then I think he was taking too many hits, so he tried to put on weight, put on too much, and now he can't move, the same. And he ain't in the same sense. So
Well, but then again, like when you put on weight, you have to alter how you train too, because I mean we've seen running backs put on weight and still like when Clinton Portis when he got yoked up when he was in Washington.
yeah,
Because in Denver he wasn't that solid.
He wasn't big like
he might have
that.
been a little over 200. He went to Washington, got that Tequila Spikes neck.
It's like, but I'm
He
telling
definitely did.
that falls on training. You got to train a different way when you start to put on weight, because if you still train like you 185 pounds and you really 210,
yeah.
it's not gonna be the same. You gonna automatically look like you lost a step. So yeah, he. I'm not saying that cutting weight is gonna help his career. I think that him getting cut from Dallas might help.
Where would he go?
Man, I don't give a fuck where he go.
Hell, he can go to Houston. Yeah.
I don't give a
Man,
fuck
it
where
don't
you
matter.
from.
He might also retire if that's the option.
Man.
Nah, Houston got their running back. Pierce nice, bro. I ain't gonna.
He's nice, but look where he at.
Yeah, that's just disappointment right there, man.
I don't want to see him there. I want to see him get out.
Houston got a
ASAP.
lot of potential though.
They
It's
do,
just
but damn, man. It's like, come on. 20 years, dog? It don't take 20 years to start winning them damn games.
man, It's just
Because
that
Carolina came in and damn near won it. When they came in, was it 2001?
Carolina been in the league since like 90.
No, I'm saying when they first came in, they went straight to playoffs.
I'm about to say Jacksonville did. Jacksonville played in the AFC Championship
Yeah,
game like their first year. of the
Not
big-
Taylor
20 years later, we still waiting on that.
Yeah, so I'm saying like Houston got potential. I just don't know what exactly is missing.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. We can go to. Do you think they should expand the let maybe FCS schools in and HBCUs into the college playoffs?
I feel like in order for HBCUs and FCS schools to be brought into the college football playoff, they have to start playing some of those opponents.
Yeah.
Like you can't go and just play the normal schools,
Yeah.
go undefeated, and then be like, yeah, we should be in the playoff. No, like get you one or two schools from a powerhouse conference and see what you could do against them. I mean, because it's the same thing when U of H was trying to get respect.
Right.
As a real contender, they started playing bigger schools, and they was actually beating those bigger schools too. I mean, they was beating Oklahoma and Oklahoma State and stuff like that. So you had to give them that recognition. Like, they can actually ball with these cats. And I feel like HBCU gonna be a little different now because of with Deion Sanders' situation.
And I did not expect that move.
I mean,
I expected it because he talked about it.
it's just
I
that,
wish he would have stayed a little bit longer.
I think we all wish he would have, but I mean, he got that promotion, so
but that's gonna change the dynamic of HBCUs because a lot of those players from Jackson State might enter the portal
and go
right there to Colorado with them.
I know today three decommitted already from Jackson State.
Well, he talked to the team and he told them he would advise them to not enter the portal, but of course he's trying to help them out because sometimes you may enter the portal, then you may not end up where you think you're gonna go, or you end up may not being able to play. So that's why I said I wish he would have stayed, but it just depends on what year them boys got. You know what I mean? What year they in and how much time they got left to play. Like, let's say if you got 1 year left, you might as well just finish that year out.
Yeah, because I mean, they was talking about Shador, because like technically he can play 2 more years.
Yeah.
But if he played 1 more year of college ball, like, do you think that he should stay at Jackson State or he should go to Colorado?
If I was him, I'll stay at Jackson. And he'll still get drafted top 10.
Yeah,
Top
but
10?
they just break it
Top
down.
10.
They just breaking down his numbers from last season to this season. 70% completion percentage, like 37 touchdowns, like 6 picks. He averaged, I think, 280 passing yards a game.
God damn.
Man, when Mike Vick said that he's NFL ready, that's when you knew it was for real.
Yeah.
He can ball, man. He's a legit quarterback. If he went to anywhere in the country, he would be doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think they should.
No, man, I don't know though, because like he probably even mentioned it. If you bring them schools in, you start playing them. The main difference of why I think they shouldn't is gonna be the Hogs up front.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, but I'm not saying like just say PV needs to go play Georgia next season.
That's
I'm
200
saying,
zero.
like, I'm saying like start off with a team from that conference, maybe a team that is not sorry, but they not the best in that conference. Like just say if you want to get some recognition and you play an SEC team, like play Kentucky, play Vanderbilt first, and then see what you can do against them.
Yeah,
that let you know if you're ready for those big dogs in the conference. So that's why I think the HBCUs, the FCS schools need to start doing. It's some FCS schools that like really could make that jump and be a contender like right now. So
yeah, they just got to get a shot at it, man. That's the only thing. If they can get the schedules aligned and allow them, the only thing that's missing is because everybody can't schedule those schools. That's the only thing. Because most big schools, they don't want to play against them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, why would we waste our time? But Deion Sanders changed up the game. So now if these HBCU schools start to get more recruits like that and be able to schedule the way they want to, it'll open it up a little bit more. So I think over the next 5 years, we'll probably see an expansion. And, we may see a SWAC school play against an SEC school for some kind of, I ain't gonna say championship, but you know what I mean? Something.
Yeah. I mean,
game.
Yeah, PV play Texas A&M pretty much, every couple of years, but that's their sister school or whatever. And I think one of them, I can't remember if it was Grambling or Southern. I think it was Southern.
Play at
LSU this year. So I mean, you got that. But if I remember, like a few years ago, UTSA, Texas State, there was some other school. Well, UTSA mainly, they were, I think, FCS and transition
Mhm.
to NBA. And they played like they've been playing pretty good ball like these last few years. So I mean, it's all about how you build that program and don't do no shit until you feel you ready. You know what I'm saying? Don't just try to jump out there. 'Cause like you got to get your recruits right and everything else. Get you a complete team, and then once you're ready to make that jump, make it.
Okay. What movies we want to see remade? I'm gonna go with gotta go with that classic Dragon. What's it called? Got to bring Sho'nuff back, man.
Oh, The Last Dragon.
You gotta find you some shoulder pads and a Jerry curl. You gonna be good. I would want to see that remade, but that's one. That's a classic for sure. Either that or Harlem Nights remade. But that would probably be tough to do.
Yeah,
that'd be tough to redo.
Especially
Because you had way too much
Casting-wise.
heat in the original. But I would say Last Dragon remade.
I would probably say, I had it in my head earlier. Low key, because I was watching the boy Prim. I want to see a Soul Food remake.
I've never seen that whole movie. I've just seen random parts of it.
I
I always tune in. It's on like some random ass part. I probably end up changing it.
It's actually pretty good. It's not like one of those movies where it seemed like it was good when we was kids.
Yeah.
And we grow up and watch it and it's trash. The movie's actually pretty good.
Man, I would like to see a modern version of Boomerang. Like in a
That one, yes.
I think that would be
Who would
good-
play his part?
That's tough because you have to get a good actor. Man, you have to get a good actor
See?
to play that lead role, or it could be one of these up and coming actors that
Nah,
it's kind of hard because that movie you had comedians in it, but it really wasn't a full comedy.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you would go about that, but I would like to see
See,
them attempt to do something.
but because like low key, that was the movie that I was thinking about when I first came up with that,
Yeah,
and I was always thinking that somebody like Michael B. Jordan playing Marcus Graham.
I don't know if Michael B. Jordan playing that role. I can't see it.
Man, it's just that he don't necessarily have to be funny. I mean, you laugh just looking at his mustache. But,
Bruh, come on, man.
like somebody that's smooth like that.
You know who I can see playing that role. Now he's not a extremely big time actor. That dude that played on Survivor's Remorse.
Oh, you know,
I can see him playing Marcus
I
Graham.
don't even know.
I don't know
what
that.
that
I haven't
is.
seen Survivor's
Hell
Remorse.
no.
I ain't seen it either. I know what you're talking about, but I ain't actually
Yeah,
watched it.
I don't know that dude's name, but I feel like he can play that role. But Michael B. Jordan, I don't know, because then who would be the supporting cast with Michael B. Jordan in that movie?
I mean, I'm trying to think, bro, because it really ain't too many like. Because you don't want to put somebody in the supporting spots that's gonna steal the show
Yeah,
type shit. So
Yeah.
you want somebody that can be funny but also be serious at the same time. That's why it'll be kind of tough to cast his partners on the movie. If it was Michael B. Jordan to play Marcus Graham. Now, if it was somebody else, it might be a little bit easier. But it's just that when I thought about remaking that movie, that's the first person that popped in my head as far as playing Marcus Graham. I mean, like I said, him and Eddie Murphy got the mustache in common.
Oh,
You do that.
You stupid, bro.
something wrong with this.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had like a few that I wanted. Initially, I was like, at first, I was like, man, I want to see my favorite movie, House Party. But I was like, nah, don't touch it.
But they low key doing that though.
I know, and that shit
Aren't they?
trash.
Yeah.
Then I was thinking New Jack City. I was like, that'll be good. But I'm finna mess your head up. How to Be a Player.
Yeah. that one for sure. But that one would be so tough because you got to get the right. You got to get the right people.
that's a classic.
Yeah. But I was like, because, man, I mean, we used to watch all that when we was kids and stuff. I was like, How to Be a Player, that'll be dope, man. Because I don't really think Bill Bellamy did anything.
He really didn't, man. But it's just the way he like, because he's not really that cold of an actor,
Right.
But it's just the character itself. Because to me, it seems like motherfucker playing itself.
Yeah, on that movie. Yeah.
No lie.
So
No lie. But yeah, I like to see that, man. Remake. I don't know who we cast from today's actors, but
yeah, that one right there would kill.
How to Be a Player.
Nah, you got to remake Bud the Rim too. Go hoop in some corduroys.
You could.
Who gonna be Shep? Now you got to bring him back to be
He
himself.
could play. He could
He's
play
still the same age.
Yeah.
I mean, he could replay the character, and then we go to Cuba and get Tupac to play Birdie again.
he in
So you
Cuba,
say he's still alive?
and he's in Cuba.
I mean, I don't know,
He
man.
probably run his.
I really don't think so. Now I used to always think that.
Nah, I don't think he is, man. Because if he really was, somebody would have spotted it and seen it. Ain't no way he could be hiding that long. Not in Cuba. Uh-uh. All right, switch gears a little bit. Conspiracy theories. I would think. See, because that got me thinking about a lot of the movies, but we can get
Yeah,
on
we gonna talk about
what's
that.
the was Shazam, or what's the one that they said was out? But I swear I saw this over.
Yeah,
So
Shazam.
Shazam.
but
Shazam.
Because
Yeah.
with the one
They talking about
Everybody in this room,
you know what I'm
you
talking
already seen
about.
it though, right? Like
I've seen
you talking about,
that
the one
movie,
with
bro. Sinbad,
With
whatever his
Sinbad.
real name is. Yeah, Sinbad.
Hell no. I remember seeing like a
Bro, that shit-
VHS like cover art for
I
that,
swear I saw that movie,
but I
dog.
don't remember seeing
I've
that.
never seen the movie.
Shit,
But
I remember
That shit
seeing
was
that
real.
It's a
But
whole lot of
apparently
Mandela
you
effect.
can't find that shit nowhere.
It was one that somebody popped up on IG the other day when they were talking about the message that's on side view mirrors. What is it? What does it say on the side view mirror?
Talking about when something
About
too
It appears
close.
closer, or it's objects got closer than they appear.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You saying it says maybe closer than they appear?
Fuck.
No, it says
Man,
are
nah,
closer
hold
than
on.
they
'Cause
appear.
now he gonna have me
Exactly.
thinking about
That's
that.
what it says, right?
Yeah.
But y'all don't remember it ever saying objects may be closer than they appear on the mirror?
In my mind, I can see that and hear that.
I
I think it's always. I think it's
all.
always been. That
I thought
same-
it did say maybe closer.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, let's go look.
I'll have to look.
It says R because I looked the other day on some cars.
I just remember
says
it being
R.
R.
But man, I was looking up the origin, like of where the Mandela effect came from.
Yeah.
Do you know where it came from?
No.
They were saying that that he died in
Yeah.
prison in the 80s.
Cause
No.
but they was talking about that. They remember seeing it on TV because they said it was on TV. His funeral and everything.
That's
Yeah,
just
people
scary,
kept
bro.
saying it, but I've never. Well, of course I wouldn't know because
Yeah.
I didn't know
was
either
around.
because shit, they.
But that's where they said it. That's why it's called Mandela effect. But man, this stuff is crazy because some of that stuff you really got to think about in your mind. And I don't know it's because we conditioned a certain way,
Yeah.
and it could be like commercials and all that stuff that does play a part in how your mind thinks. And back in the day, before social media, we all watched TV.
Yeah.
We see enough of something that is gonna be stuck in our head. That's a part of Mandela effect too. That's a conspiracy that I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
No, that's what I mean. Because like I said, me and you was on the same page with it. And I was reading about it, and it say like basically our brain is conditioned to
Yeah.
believe it. So we inherit false information
Mm-hmm.
and then run with it basically. So like I know for like example, one of the examples of it was Fruit Loops, like the spelling of it. It used to be like FROOT versus
Man, hold on.
versus FRUIT loops. Like it's just simple shit like that, but I don't know, man.
Just
Just
like me
you
thinking
said
about
fruit,
ways
like the Fruit of the Loom
yeah.
logo.
It was always fruit, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it had the little
It had the
cornucopia at the end.
Yeah.
But they said that never was on
When?
it.
That's just scary.
But I remember it being there.
I just remember the
remember
regular grapes and shit or whatever. They had. I don't remember all that.
Then what's the Berenstein Bears? Like
Yeah.
the spelling of that.
Yeah, I remember
That shit
seeing that
definitely
one.
changed.
It was a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's just
Man.
like
But I don't know, man. The Mandela effect, I think it is real. And I don't know who's controlling it. I would suggest, or I would think it's the government in some kind of way.
Shit.
But at the same time, I don't know if y'all heard about this story about this man. He was talking about this stuff, and it's a video, but of course people edit stuff, so I don't know if it's real or not. But apparently this man, after this stuff happened, he disappeared after this.
I mean, it's a possibility.
But people saying like, oh, he probably went in another dimension. That's what they say.
Man, see,
man.
there they go.
Because I saw some. It was a guy who used to do YouTube. I forgot his name. He was somewhere. He discovered a cave, and the cave, like the entrance was like M shaped. And he said that he got too close to it. And he said his body started to like vibrate, and he felt some type of way. So he decided to go back later on to try to find that cave again. Right?
No, hold on.
Was he Caucasian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He went
We
back.
already knew the answer.
He went back over there, right? And disappeared. Said they had a search for him. They found his
Why
phone.
would you go back?
They found this phone where the supposed entrance was, but it was like the entrance was like covered up now with boulders and shit.
Man,
That's
I
scary.
don't know about that stuff.
See,
I mean, you got stuff like the Bermuda Triangle too. People going over there disappearing.
yeah, they say people. They said those people are like in another dimension. Sometimes they be saying that, but ain't no telling, man. It's a whole bunch
Ain't no
of shit.
telling, man, because we going with conspiracies. Man, I got to roll with the government stuff, man. Like Area 51 and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Man,
aliens
this
and all
stuff
that.
not fake, man. It's information out there people know that everybody don't know about. If you find out about it,
Mhm.
Yeah,
there'll be
let's go down.
consequences, man.
They
That's how-
gonna find you
yeah.
if they already have.
They
it.
don't want people to know about certain things. I could be wrong, but I just feel like they don't want people to know about
No,
certain
you right.
things. And when your mind start to realize stuff, now you feel like something wrong with you. 'Cause
Yeah,
they want you to feel that way. Like
Yeah.
this can't be true. Man, it is. Like the Mandela effect. That I think that's like I said, that plays a part into that, man. It gotta be something somewhere that it's something.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
Because I remember it was another one I saw that they was talking about in Antarctica. They said like basically because like people don't live there, right?
Mm-mm.
And they were saying like basically like there's a hole over there to where like if you look in there, there's like lush green bushes, grass, all types of shit.
the boys on Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, so
something.
ain't no telling what's going on. But I got one. It's not necessarily conspiracy,
Mhm.
but it could be considered that. About I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Euphrates River.
I heard
That
of
sound
it, but I mean,
familiar, bro.
outside of just hearing about it, I don't really
Well,
haven't studied anything
the-
about it or nothing.
it's referenced in the Bible.
Yeah.
And basically,
Probably Old Testament, I think.
well, I
think so.
I forgot
Yeah,
what
yeah.
chapter and stuff,
I got
but
you.
it's basically to where the like when it says when the river dries up, right, that 4 fallen angels are gonna come out and kill like I think they said like 2/3 of mankind.
Yeah, I remember
But
that now.
the river just 2 years ago completely filled with water. If you look at it today, the motherfucker's damn near dry.
Mm.
And I don't know if this was real or not, but somebody had recorded like audio from like entrance because like once the river started drying up, there was like entrance ways, like caves underneath the river. But they put something right there to try to record the audio, and then when they played the audio, it was like screeching noises, like motherfuckers yelling, screaming and shit.
Mm.
But yeah, they talking about that basically like once it's completely dry, they supposed to come out and kill like 2/3 of mankind.
Shit,
Bruh,
See, I ain't heard about that.
that's the first.
we should make a movie about it.
Yeah, it was because it's in the Book of Revelations.
Chapter
Oh,
7.
New Testament.
So yeah, so it's basically saying that the fallen angels they were imprisoned under the river,
Oh no,
and basically like once that river dries up, that's it,
Man, see,
and it's damn near gone.
Thanos.
So yeah, that was one of them. I have another one, but I don't know if y'all all
No,
got something now.
go ahead, G. While you on the roll,
yeah,
Say-
go ahead.
your shit interesting.
Really, he got me thinking like a motherfucker.
Okay, this one is kind of crazy, but if you do a little bit of research, you'll kind of understand. Abraham Lincoln, right?
All right,
All right, what we got?
wait,
They-
hold on. Go ahead.
You know, there was rumors that he was really a black man.
I've never heard
Right,
that.
yo.
That's a first. See, there you go.
Because they was talking about like, you notice like he's on a penny and stuff like that, and like if you ever like look at pictures of him, there's some that like are altered. Because you know like some pictures that they colorize got him with like blue eyes and stuff like that. But if you read text about how he was described, they always said that his skin was darker, he had brown eyes, his hair was like
Woolly.
woolly
Yeah.
type
Huh.
shit. But they were saying like if you look at his like family history, they know who his dad is, but there's like no real history of who like his mama.
Part was an enslaved
That's
woman.
what they were
Most
saying.
likely. I mean, it ain't like it wasn't
They-
coming back
they'll
then.
leave- they'll
makes-
that out
That
quick.
makes sense because it was a lot of people that was like that, but they were light enough to pass for white, especially back then.
Yeah.
People didn't, they
But-
didn't know no
'Cause
better.
that's what they were saying. They were
Wasn't no such
saying
thing as
they
light
was
skin
they
back
were
then.
saying that most people thought he was white because I mean he was light enough,
Yeah,
but they said that his skin was darker than most white men.
Yeah.
And most white
And
men,
most of them presidents back then had slaves too, so it very well, very well could be.
They were saying that's because that's probably one of the reasons why he had a certain type of feelings towards African Americans, because he was half African American.
Yeah, that could be.
That's
true,
like that movie though. What's the movie that was on Netflix? Damn, I can't think of it. It just came out not too long ago.
Who's in it?
I don't even remember like none of the actors. Hold on, I can tell you. But one of the characters in the, she was playing or passing as a white woman.
And her mama.
Yeah, her mama was making her basically.
Yeah, she was married, but she was married to somebody, and the black dude she used to.
Jasmine's Blues. I think that's the name of it or something like that.
I think I know what you're talking about though.
But I mean, that's kind of along those lines. Like she was passing, she was basically trying to get a better life.
Yeah.
And her mom was making her basically say she was white. Married a white dude in New York. They moved back down, but she was really in love with the jazz player, the black guy.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah, and I think it's called Jasmine's Blues. It's something like that. But I mean, that's not uncommon for that to happen.
Yeah,
like for like people to pass as white or whatever.
Well, they always try to do that. Even when they try to talk about Jesus, and they try to portray him as a white man. And I'm not saying he was black, but because there's a description of him and talking about his skin,
brown skin.
Just look at the area and how they used to always do Egyptian characters. Egyptians were not that.
It was impossible for them to be white.
There's no way, because it's in Africa.
Yeah, I mean, and they always out in the sun.
There's no way.
There was no way they was going. Come on, man.
Speaking of that, pyramids, man, the Great Pyramid.
That man, that's a whole nother. I still don't see how, because they don't realize how you have to get all the structures, and it's a lot of math behind it.
And then
to get shit right, and not have
the weight of those stones.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell was they doing that back then?
Back then, exactly. Like even now, it'll be hard. But
I know they had crazy amount of slaves, but dog, that's a lot of weight.
They were trying to say that their technology was more advanced than what we got today. Because like you were saying, they were saying like even if you was a centimeter off with any of those blocks, that whole structure would be wrong. But I don't know if y'all ever heard about a real description of what they actually look like. With the pyramids, of course we know the structure of them, but like they were covered in what was it? It's something like if you saw a picture of a pyramid, what it would have looked like back then. I'm talking about it was crazy. Like the whole structure was covered in, I forgot the exact name.
Like that clay type stuff.
It wasn't necessarily clay, but it's something modern. The name is just not coming to me. But then like at the very top, at the tip, it was like gold up there. So basically, like imagine going into like a city and that's all you see is these structures with the gold up there and stuff like that. But they was talking about that a lot of them basically supposed aliens are the ones that helped them do it.
I heard about that.
If you look at a lot of the hieroglyphics and all whatever it's called, they were talking about that a lot of these so-called aliens, they had them like in like astronaut type suits and stuff like that.
That's just
I'll have to see that, man.
Like basically it was like people from the future went back in time to help them do stuff like that.
See, I don't know.
I've always had questions about the pyramids though, man. Cause just looking at it, how? Yeah. Cause you got the foundation, and it's too many questions, man. I still don't have the answer for that.
You got motherfucker can't build fucking pyramid with Legos.
And they out there building massive structures like that, 2,000-3,000 years ago? Whatever.
That's crazy.
Shit longer than that.
They always talking about the technology more advanced than it is now.
And it's not just the surface of what you see, they're tombs. So
it's stuff.
They did all that up top, but they had elaborate tombs underneath it.
Shit, I was gonna open it up.
Nah, you got it. I ain't going over there.
Brendan Fraser's not gonna save you.
Man,
said Brendan Fraser.
Like he just over there riding around waiting to save niggas.
Yeah, man. Ain't no telling what's up in the motherfuckers, man.
I ain't gonna find out.
I damn sure not.
Maybe like pirates and people looting and shit. You go ahead and go over there.
You say pirates.
People looting and still probably trying to break into them.
Some of that boy from Captain Phillips.
Nah, man.
All them, they dead.
Man, what? No. I know you're not talking about the dude talking about
I'm the captain now, dead.
Hell nah, bro.
Man, that shit there, bro. It's like I don't think we'll ever fucking know the real
Nah,
answers
we
behind
not,
all
man.
this
We
stuff,
won't.
man. Like he was talking about the government. The government knows a lot of this stuff,
Yeah, man.
and they don't want the world to know.
They say they don't want to scare nobody, nothing like that.
I don't think you will scare nobody because I think you got people that really want to know the facts
Yeah, I
behind
definitely
stuff.
do, man.
Some people researching it right now.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people that done came close to exposing the truth,
And then next thing you know,
disappearing and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Speaking of that, though, man, what y'all think about these crypto billionaires dying? Like 3 died in like 1 week,
it was
Yeah, I didn't even know.
it was a
and they
story,
young. Like most of them was
like,
young.
in their 20s. It was
Yeah.
a couple. I forgot the name of one.
What was happening? They was like exposing something, or they was
That's what
making too much
I don't know. They just died.
People mysteriously disappearing and nobody know where they went. No
Maybe-
last traces, nothing.
maybe they was making too much money off of this shit. I don't know. But you know what? When you start, well, I don't know about crypto, but in general, if you start to do something too well, they gonna find a way to make that shit stop
Yep.
Yeah,
because it's not designed for you to win like that.
Yeah,
Like nothing is.
they gonna
man.
find a way to shut that down or get their cut or something. out of
Yeah.
it.
Was about to mess up the stock market probably or something.
it's 'cause I remember hearing a story about a man who invented a car that ran off of water,
Yeah.
and he ended up, mysteriously dying.
And that's not far fetched because like especially like California and on the west side, you got a lot of like hydroelectric pump. You know what I'm saying? That they run things on. Down here we more wind related, wind turbines and stuff, but that's not really far fetched to do.
But it's just fact because he created something that could change the world, and he just gone. But yeah, it's just I don't understand it, man.
They want stuff to happen at a certain pace. If you
Yeah.
gotta go past what they doing and mess up,
They gonna be like, hey,
You in the Matrix, bro.
yeah, man, this is
That's basically what it
what
is.
it's like for real, man.
You in the Matrix.
Man, I say I ain't trying to. I'm not finna read up on nothing.
yeah.
This shit I already deal with too much. Oh, man, what do you got for the conspiracy?
I was going with I said Rugrats, but after going back,
You talking about that they all dead?
yeah.
Because I remember hearing that too. They all basically a part of Angelica imagination and shit.
Yeah.
We probably read the same article too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of mine. But yeah, growing up, I guess it wasn't so much conspiracy on the second one, but Peter Pan. The older you get, you're like, man, all these kids probably already dead though.
Yeah,
or are they?
I remember hearing about that.
But when we didn't know about that till we was older, we had seen it.
I don't even remember watching Peter Pan as a kid.
It was long.
I don't remember.
I ain't watched that much. I watched Pinocchio a lot. Another one, man, that they said, I heard this like a long time ago. This ain't nothing to do with the government or whatever. But your birthmark, they say it's a wound from your past life. So basically, like you just keep getting reincarnated.
Yeah.
What if you
I
got
remember
multiple
hearing.
birthmarks?
I remember hearing something about that.
Multiple wounds.
Like it's because now that you say that, I heard something about that too. As far as like when everybody dies, you know how people say a light at the end of the tunnel.
Mhm.
They were saying like basically like, okay, just say you pass away and you see that light. That's basically you being reborn because you come back. Like the light could be a
This is-
hospital room.
Just like a revolving type
like basically
thing.
you die and then you immediately coming right back as somebody else.
That's crazy.
We'll never know.
God damn.
There's-
I got too many
I wish it
questions.
was somebody that was able to do that. Then it's like, oh yeah, this happened.
Well, you got some people that actually have like memories that they wouldn't actually know without reading. Like sometimes it's kids that just say somebody lost a relative and then a child was born not too long after that relative passed away, and that child can tell you about stuff that happened that there's no way they would know about.
It could be a lucky guess.
No, man. I'm just saying.
that happened though. It was a 7-year-old, and he had said something like that he shouldn't have said, and I don't know if it was like the grandma or the aunt. She was like, "Ain't no way he could have known this. Like I ain't never told him." Type thing, but he knew some information about a dead relative that was like older, like way older.
Mhm.
Shit like that crazy though, man. Like you just never know, bro.
Yeah, 'cause it was another one that was similar to where a little boy solved a murder because he basically took his people, like his family and like cops and stuff, to an area where his body was buried, like in his past life.
Hold on. I heard you. I'm still.
Did they unbury it and find something?
Yeah, the body was there, and the guy who actually killed him was he got arrested.
Man, what the hell?
Hold on.
I gotta look that shit up, bro.
That's what they're saying. Like this, there's no like this child was born, and he told them his parents that he told them his name and everything from his past life, and he told them where he was buried at, and they went to that exact spot, and that's where his body
that
was
shit
at.
Weird.
So I'm saying like stuff like that can actually happen. I mean, it's a lot of.
We'll have to
stuff
make a whole episode about something like this.
Yeah, we
No lie.
We
I got
got
some
a
stuff
lot.
too, man, about the like. I don't know if y'all ever talked about this, thought about it. You know, the abilities that humans used to have,
Yeah.
and we don't have them no more. But some people still do have them, but we lost them at some point. Guess it got something to do with sand or something. I don't know.
Sand?
We used to be able to do things that somebody today would think is supernatural and stuff.
Shit, I seen Pinocchio pick a coil one time.
Man.
But
But see, anything like something like that.
he was full of that crack rock though.
That's different. But at some point, you know, we had abilities, man, to do different things. You know?
I believe that though, for real.
Like we had gifts. Now some people can find a gift. The way you use it, though, I don't know. I mean, some people use that could be nothing. Some people use their stuff the wrong way and they lost it. I don't know, man. But I don't know if y'all seen this dude that he do like what they call it, telekinesis or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he can move shit.
Yeah.
I still don't believe in that.
I do because that's something
I
that
gotta
we
see that right here.
everybody at some point way back was able to do things like that. Now you can't do it. You got to be tapped in and stuff, man. But
Yeah, that's what because I remember they talking about if you tap into your third eye, you unlock a lot of stuff.
yeah, so
See? Yeah, we
could-
definitely can blend
Be on the
in.
next episode, man. Talk
real.
about that though.
we could do a whole episode on that, man.
But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all for joining us today again. I got Twan, myself, Brew, Quinn, Leland. Appreciate all the feedback, likes, and hope you can join us next time. Y'all take it easy.